Hi, I'm Joanne Sanchez. Welcome to your orthopedic educational community program, Your Active Life. We'd like to thank Affection and Home Care for helping make this program possible. It is our goal during this program to provide valuable healthcare information that will help you and your family maintain an active life. For any of your comments or questions pertaining to this program, please send your emails to josanchez@drraulmarquez.com, or you can also call us at 668-7322. Today's topic of discussion is on nutrition and sports medicine. By my side, Dr. Raul Marquez and Ms. Jennifer Marquez. Welcome back. Let's continue talking about this intriguing topic on health and sports medicine. We're going to continue talking on the balanced meal. We last left off discussing on what the good fats and the bad fats. Okay, what kind of examples can you give us for a good breakfast, a good lunch, a good dinner, and maybe some good snacks?
Right. Okay, well, we go back to your base, your carbohydrates, your proteins, and your fats. So if we are talking about breakfast, a great example of some carbohydrates that you could have at breakfast would be oatmeal. That's a whole grain.
Okay.
If you want to add some protein to that, you can make your oatmeal with milk, because you do have protein in milk. So that would be low-fat dairy, skim milk, or 1%. Then you want to get some fruits and vegetables probably in there. Maybe not vegetables at breakfast unless you're doing something like an omelet. That would be an opportunity to get some vegetables in there. But fruit is exactly. Fruit is definitely something that's a little bit more conducive to eating at breakfast, just because it's sweeter and most people enjoy it in the morning. And then if you wanted to incorporate some good fats into your breakfast, you could maybe add some almonds or some nuts or something like that to the breakfast meal. Okay. So that would be a pretty balanced.
What about the protein intake for shakes,
okay,
supplements? Is that healthy? Is it not? Is it necessary, especially for young adults? What kind of recommendations would you give on that?
Right. That kind of just depends on the situation. For instance, if you're talking about an athlete who needs a higher protein intake, then yes, that would be appropriate to do a protein shake maybe after their workout or as a snack throughout the day. But if you're just talking about the general population, someone who's just working out for physical health, physical activity, they maybe don't need to have the protein supplement or protein shake, just because generally most Americans, just because we eat a lot of meat and dairy, are getting enough protein in their diet anyways. So
it doesn't really make much of a difference. What are your comments on that, Dr. Marquez?
No, I think she's right. I think what can I say? But it is important that we have a complete nutrition, like Jennifer was saying. But also, we always emphasize in all our programs, I think moderation is everything, and balance. And we already talked about the three main, the carbohydrates, the fats, and the proteins. But balance on those things. And you don't need to have a degree like her to know those things. A lot of common sense is also important. And you know the things also, they have to taste good, you have to enjoy them. And I don't think the two concepts are against each other. You know, it has to be good, at the same time it has to be nutritious. It's just a matter also, I always recommend, read the label, see what are the contents on what you're eating, and avoid processed food. That's very important, because there's a lot of commercials, there's a lot of marketing regarding that this shake or this shake is better, right. But really when you read the label, what you're eating is something completely different. So that's important to know what you're eating. Obviously, the natural products are better, fruits, vegetables, and we're not talking about just because it's natural, it's good. But in nutrition, it does apply very much so. So it's important, again, get your energy, get your nutrition, but at the same time, there's no reason why you should not enjoy this.
Okay, well, we have another question from a young lady in McAllen,
Sure.
Linda Reyes. She exercises on a regular basis, and she's asking, can eating certain foods increase my metabolism, which we've been pretty much discussing, and should I eat something before or after I work out? What are your comments?
You do hear a lot from dieters that think that eating a certain food in abundance can actually increase their metabolism. For instance, I've heard a lot of people say that if you eat a lot of chili peppers, that'll rev up your metabolism.
I haven't heard that one.
It's kind of funny, just through my college years doing research in this area, you'd have to eat quite an abundance of these certain foods. For instance, drink about 8 cups of coffee a day to see a rev in your metabolism, or eat a whole pound of chili peppers or something. So really it's impractical. Basically what you want to do is just stick to a balanced diet, eat consistently, maybe every 3 to 4 hours, kind of depends on how big your previous meal was. And that will generally keep your metabolism revved throughout the day. Another way to keep your metabolism up is to incorporate not only cardiovascular activity, which directly expends energy, but also weight training. For instance, the more muscle mass that you have as opposed to fat mass, the more calories you burn, because muscle burns more calories per hour than fat. So that's another way to incorporate strength training, and I'm sure you can attest to that, just keeping your bone mass, your bone density up with the weight-bearing exercises. So nutrition and exercise obviously fit together really nicely. And then you also asked about if you were to eat before or after exercise.
Okay. What would be best?
Right.
Eating before or after a workout?
Right. You want to have a small snack, maybe 150 to 200 calories max, before you work out, just so your blood glucose levels don't dip too low. The more you have in your system, the harder and the longer you can work out. You don't want to overload, on carbohydrates before you go work out, because then you'd be defeating the purpose of trying to.
So
Can
then
you
one
give
of
us
those,
an example?
would a protein bar
Right.
be okay? Are those good right before a workout?
You kind of don't want to stick to high protein foods, just maybe a high carbohydrate food, like maybe a half a bagel or a small bowl of cereal with milk or a granola bar, something small that'll be delivered to your system pretty efficiently for the workout. And then after you work out, it's important to get the protein in there for the muscle recovery.
Okay, so a protein shake, that's when we can do a
protein
shake,
shake,
would be
a
good.
protein
Fish,
bar,
chicken.
even cereal and milk, because you have the protein from the milk and the carbohydrates in the cereal.
It's really interesting on the cereal and the milk. I never really went towards that route after a
Right.
workout. It's usually a
Right.
protein shake, or you want to eat
Exactly.
the fish or the chicken or the meat.
Exactly.
Cereal and milk, very
Yeah.
simple.
Very
Yeah.
complete. Yeah.
Yes.
So, again, everything in moderation. There is, nutrition for everybody, like I said. And at the end is acquired, what Jennifer's saying, the balance, and also acquire some taste, and also lifestyle. Changing to lifestyle, I think, is essential if you want to maintain a healthy, healthy body and healthy mind.
We have come to the end of this program. Don't forget to send your questions or your comments to Joe Sanchez at drraulmarquez.com, or you can also call us at 668-7322. Thank you so much, Jennifer, for being with us, and Dr. Marquez,
You're
of
welcome.
course.
It was
Thank
a
you.
pleasure.
Some health tips for everyone. Virus sports medicine experts have recently expressed concern about the risk of overexertion or the use of heavy weights. But if you follow a reasonable program, strength training or exercising can be safe and truly improve the quality of your life. Here are some tips. Start slowly with light weights, work slowly and smoothly, rest between sets, work your muscles but don't overdo it. Remember, exercising is for everybody, for men and for women, for the young and for not so young. Strong muscles will improve the quality of your life, and it's never too late to get started. This health tip was brought to you by Family Home Health, where you are family.
Certificate of deposits, or CDs, are popular investment tools that provide a good return on your money without the high investment risks. A CD is FDIC insured, issued by a bank as evidence that a customer agrees to lend the bank a certain amount of money for a certain amount of time. In return, the bank promises to pay the customer the total loan amount plus earnings. CD earnings depend on the term of the loan, on the amount of the loan, and on the current interest rate. This educational message has been brought to you by First National Bank, your family here, member FDIC.
As we age, we tend to experience various types of disease, especially disorders associated with pain in our lower extremities, which can affect your active life. There is a new home physical therapy program that is non-invasive, safe, and drug-free, which may help reduce that burning sensation and pain you may be feeling in your feet and legs. For more information on this new program for foot and leg pain, call 866-781-7400. This has been an informative message from Del Cielo Home Care.